to continue on with round 3 of 6 tonight. They're going to be heading into Yoshi's Island to start with, just a basic level that you run through. We can't see if anyone gets the elusive 361 in-game timer, though. Alright, Blue Saint going ahead and grabbing that swag one up. Sten taking that shell with him. Oh, very nice shell movement right there. He's showing off some swag today. Releasing that vine block. Alright, and they get through. Sten with the 361. His run. Definitely, he's got some luck to it now. I'm not sure if Blue Saint plays on emulator or console. It appears to be console. I know Sten plays on console. I would imagine that Blue is as well. Getting a little hung up in Yoshi's Island 3. But not taking a death. Sometimes that P-Speed can get a little out of control. And most of the time you'll end up falling off a platform. He at least survived, so it's the most minimal damage he could really take. Sten taking the lead. Let's see if he can pull off a shell jump in this next level. It's a very difficult trick with a very low percentage of success. We've seen a few of them here in the tournament. Sten failing the attempt. It looked like he kind of got it, but then fell into the water. He hit the shell a little low, maybe. Blue Saint doing the smart thing if you don't do shell jumps and smashing that shell. Frees up a sprite slot and cuts down on the lag for the rest of the level. So Sten is making his way into Iggy's castle. Lots of people think that maybe Small Mario is faster or whatnot, but we just stay small in the beginning so he could make that jump under the first Koopa. You'll see Blue Saint do that same jump. We stay small just to get under that guy right there. And after you're past him, you're free to pick up whatever power-ups you like. The elusive 361 for Yoshi's Island 2 can be done with a lot of luck. Your speed when you oscillates in the air from 47 to 51, and if you let go of the D-pad as you jump, you will stick to one of those values. So they'll take the very last jump as long as they can and release the D-pad as soon as they jump, hoping that they get the optimal speed. Sten getting a great Iggy kill. Blue Saint going in for his. They're having none of it. They're getting out of there super quick, going into Donut Plains, where they're going to collect a cape.
Yeah, quite a fly-up stage. Got it.
Alright, let's see how Sten's cape grab goes here. This level is highly dependent on flight speed. So as the runner goes up and grabs the cape, they start parachuting. They will stick to one of those flight speeds from 47 to 51. There's some visual cues you can look at by the stuttering of the frame and kind of judge what your flight speed is. You can at least get a good idea of it. And hoping to get that optimal flight speed will save a couple of in-game seconds. Sten getting the 362, meaning his flight speed was definitely on point. It's looking like Blue Saint might get a 61 or 60 potentially, depending on how his key grab goes. Great key grab, still a 360, so he's going to lose a little bit of time on that as he goes into Donut's Secret 1. These guys are going to be going up into the dry room to grab a shell, and it will help them for a small amount of time through the level until they switch to a P switch. So Sten flies up, smashes the Koopa, and goes back down the pipe, all in one fell swoop, as Blue Saint goes in to do his attempt. Very nice show grab, little hung up on the pipe, but he got out of there just fine. Sten exiting that level with a 252. It's always crazy to see the level of consistency some of these runners have. So he goes into the fun ghost house. It's super exciting. You go all the way to the right, go in the door, and then he's just gonna fly straight up and get out. Blue Saint right behind him in the ghost house as well. And they're gonna have a couple of flying levels to see if a difference in flight speed can catch Blue Saint up. Sten making his way into Donut Plains 3. We're gonna see if he can get this good early P speed. This could be a scary strat for a lot of new runners. Oh, shows off those pro strats, running on those platforms as they rotate, taking the flight at the very last minute to get enough P speed to get up in the air. Blue Saint doing the same and not getting that P speed, even though it looked exactly the same as Sten's attempt. P speed could be very finicky in this game, and that is just one clear example of it. Sten ending with an optimal 263. He's going to gain a little more time on Blue Saint as he goes into Morton's Castle. Not Morton's Castle, I apologize. Donut Plains 4. It's easy to forget about this level because he's just going to fly through it again. There's not going to be a whole lot of action in this level. He's just going to stay below the clouds and above the Koopas. Alright, getting over the final two parachuting Goombas, exiting the level. Now he is going into Morton's Castle. And we'll see how Morton Fly treats him. This is another strat that can be difficult for a lot of players, having to fly and maintain P-speed in a vertical level. Normally to maintain P-speed, you want a lot of horizontal space. But when space is limited, lots of spin flies come into play. Getting his first spin fly up, swinging out to the side to maintain that P-speed, getting rid of the dry bones, and taking the spring up. Very nice performance from Sten. We'll see Blue Saint do his attempt soon. Sten throwing the trampoline, not getting a good enough position. He doesn't want to go for it at this point. He has to wait for that platform. Blue Saint getting the... Oh, and very nice. He got that spring and a swag vine. Missing the spring last race. It's got to feel much better this time. Sten getting a quick kill. And Blue Saint gaining some time on him. Those are amazing strats, and if you want to learn those, get into this game. You know, start speeding, running it. It's something anyone can get into. I highly recommend it. It's a great community and a fun game, and you can find out more by doing the command SMW. And that's going to give you some information about this winter tournament, No Star World, that's going on right now. Give you access to the schedule, the Discord, and more info about that $750 prize pool. The runners are going into Vanilla Dome 1, where they're going to want to take the secret exit. This is going to use all the vertical height that they can get on a flight. And they want to make sure that they get it. Sten having no issue getting up there. Blue Saint going for his attempt. Last time he took a little bit of damage there. Has to take a death. He needs to go back for a cape. He has no other way up there. Sten doing another vertical level flight, going past these Koopas, not taking any damage because he brought his safety shell. Buckle up, he is through it. I've never seen safe strats be so smooth. Blue Saint grabbing his cape so he can get through Vanilla Dome 1. And Stan making his way to the top of Vanilla Dome, where he's got a few more flyover levels waiting for him. Let's watch Blue Saint's second attempt going for that key in the secret exit of Vanilla Dome 1. Good maintaining of P-Speed, clipping that ceiling. Fortunately, he hit the vine block, and that's going to give him a safe exit. Stin flying through the level. It's everyone's favorite part. Blue Saint doing those vertical fly strats. He has a shell with him too. He knows how to get through that damage. He's not taking any of it from those Koopas, making his way up the green beans and out of the level. And Stin entering the Yoshi food. He's got no Yoshi, so these dolphins get to live to see another day. And this will be the final flyover level before the Vanilla Fortress. Personally, my favorite fortress. And a great exit from Stin.
Then going into the underwater fortress.
Yep, he needs to get as close as he can to these ball and chains and these dead fish to try to squeak by unscathed. There is a potential trick in this level once he goes through the pipe. If he can spin his cape at the exact time that that thwomp nearby will spawn, he can keep it from spawning, saving him just a little bit of time to cut through. We'll see if he attempts it in the pipe coming up. Goes for the spin. The thwomp is still there. He didn't get the despawn. Has to hang back just a little bit, losing some frames. Not the worst thing to have happen, honestly. And he's getting to the Resi. Let's see how Resi treats him today.
Yeah, Reznor can be a little bit of RNG with the fireballs he shoots.
Yep, he got great RNG on that.
And also those platforms you jump on are like really bouncy. You can actually bounce off from the sides and fall into the lava there. So you actually gotta be quite careful during the Reznor fight.
All right, they are going into Butter Bridge 1, everyone's favorite level. The best way to spend a minute and a half if you have a minute and a half to kill. Stin already bored of the level, showing off some cave skills. Let's see if we see any swag dupes going on. Blue Saint making his way to the pipe in Vanilla Fortress. He'll be seeing Reznor very soon.
Yes, Stan is casually jumping around in Butter Bridge here as the stage automatically scrolls through. And Blue Saint is about to enter the door here and go for the Reznor fight. Let's see how Reznor treats him.
Very nice. Good Reznor kill. He got out of there without issue. Stin getting a few one-ups for some swag on the road. He's got a shell in hand. I want to see some dupes. I assume he's going to try to duplicate some turn blocks while there's a vertical scroll part of the level. It's a good place to kill time. He's going for some off-screen dupes. Wasn't able to get it.
He makes. He didn't get it, no.
He's not going to mess around with any more swag. There has been some deaths on these levels. If you get complacent on this level, it will bite you.
Yeah, and if you die in this stage, it means you gotta do it slowly all over again.
Oh yeah, we've seen a few deaths where Stin is right now, right by the pipe. And then you have to redo that entire auto-scroller. So you can have fun in this level, but play safe. Oh, Blue Saint giving me a heart attack, almost losing cape to that Koopa he was spinning. There would have been, he has a backup cape in his item box though, and there is one in this level. Wouldn't have been too much of an issue.
We got a question from CDW Direct. Are there risks of dupes in this area? Wings Factory, etc.
No, there's no real concern. I mean, there is a vine block, so technically you could get wings and do something weird, but...
Looks like Stan is about to go into Ludwig von Koopa's castle, the fourth castle in this run here.
Oh, the scary Ludwig. All right, and you're going to see what we call cape canceling through this. It's a great part of this. You're going to see him jumping through these spiky balls, taking no damage whatsoever. If you are moving downwards in a parachute animation and you hit an enemy, you're not going to take damage. You're going to go into iframes and spin out.
It looked like Stan was going for the Fire Mario strategy in the second room of the castle here.
Yep, you'll see lots of runners differ which strategy they prefer. Just making it through those cages quite nicely. Keeping the flower for Ludwig. Great kill, showing off some cape skill. Blue Saint making his way through the level towards Ludwig's castle.
Yes, and Blue Saint making his way to the very same castle right now. Let's see how he handles it.
There you go. So he's going to slam those two spikies that are coming at him. Almost grabbing that mushroom on accident. He's going to do a cape strat. You guys get... Ooh. Losing cape. He can't go back for that cape. He needs to move.
And right, he knew it.
Oh, what a rough room, too. That can definitely happen. Sten going into Forest of Illusion 1. I want to see some Yoshi wings. How about you, Sonic?
Excuse me, what did you say?
I want to see some wings right now from Sten.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have seen quite a couple of wings already today.
Absolutely. I love watching that trick when it goes down. I'm not sure if he's going to try to pull it off. He does have the Koopa in his mouth, and he's going for it. So he's going to try to dupe this P-balloon block that's down under here on the left side, accidentally hitting the P-balloon, so he can't even attempt the glitch that we were going for. It is fine. He lost minimal time than if he went for it and failed. You might as well find out right then and there, right?
Blue Saint just defeated the Composer Koopa in Castle 4 and is about to go in Force of Illusion himself.
And he can pick up a cape and Yoshi there.
That's what I was about to say.
Alright, and we're going to see Sten go for the trick in this level that is the Yoshi clip. He's going to go on the right side, dismount near the ceiling, remount on the corner of that ledge. Ooh. Even if you do everything right like he just did, you have a 25% chance of getting kicked out. He goes for a third clip, doesn't happen. He can't go for that number 4. He should go to the other side, which he decides to do. And he gets kicked out again. This is heavily dependent on Yoshi's sub-pixel. And it looks like Yoshi is just not working with him today.
There we go.
Got in. Not bad at all. Blue Saint making his way through Forest of Illusion 1. Grabbing that Yoshi. He's going to make his way. Try to get a cape on him. He needs to not eat those wigglers with the Yoshi. The hitboxes are atrocious and you will die.
They are absolutely horrible indeed. Looks like Blue Saint picks up the cape right there from the random block.
That was honestly a great cape grab. I'm going to steal that strat, put that in my back pocket.
As Blue Saint finishes the stage, making himself ready for the Yoshi clip as well, I presume.
Alright, and it will be Blue Saint's turn to approach the Yoshi clip while Sten does a fly-through level. Blue Saint staying on the overworld a little long, but he's going into FOI too. Going for that clip. Ooh, almost got it. So it doesn't look like he wants to go for left side clips. He's going to give the right side another try. It's definitely a more comfortable side for runners. Got kicked out on the second try. These Yoshi clips can definitely be finicky. And gets in on the fourth. Sten going for Roy Fly. This is an insane strat, so pay attention here. He's going to fly as close as he can to the ceiling, bonk it about 5 times, and right before Potobos come to murk him, he is going to dive bomb, get out of their way, pull right back up, missing the last one, going through the spike room, keeping his flight going. Now he's going to fly the rest of the way, switching for Flower near the ceiling. Perfect Roy. Textbook Roy right there.
Yeah, very nice. Finishing off Roy with the pew-pew jump strategy.
Absolutely. It's such a terrifying strat. We've seen so many deaths in Roy's castle. And he's going to be making his way to Chocolate Island.
Yeah, Chocolate Island. Yet so tasty, but yet so dangerous.
So dangerous. This Chocolate Island is not just for no dogs. No one should go into it without a cape. It can be extremely dangerous unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I suppose because we see this stage as a flyover stage a lot, there are actually rhino dinos in that level.
Yep, if I see rhino dinos, I run the other direction. So the trick Sten is going to attempt here is called Pipe Fly. He's going to try to maintain P-speed while going into a pipe here near the beginning of the level. If he maintains P-speed, which it looks like he did, he will continue to have a parachute at a flight speed of 64,
nice.
as opposed to a maximum of 51.
Blue Saint unfortunately just died to an attempt to the Roy flying strategy we just talked about, and he's going back to FOI 1 to grab himself a new cape.
Yep, it will still save him time to go back to this level and grab a cape. It will just make life a whole lot easier for him in general. Good job getting out of the way of that flying Koopa, or Goomba. Going over the Wigglers, and he's going to get that midway tape and a cape.
Excellent,
Sten.
so he's going to do another attempt on Roy's castle. And Sten, yes, Sten is flying in the ghost house, taking the damage boost there, and going into the door on the left side, which is a really tight way to get it.
Absolutely, he's going to cape cancel through that line of boos and get up to the door. Blue Saint making that Roy fly great. He's looking real good on this one. Ooh, keeping the flight all the way down to the P-switch. Very spooky. I always love seeing that.
Yeah,
he has no fire flower. He has to hit Roy 3 times. He has no fire flower to make the first 2 hits. He's going to try to hit all 3 before he even reaches the wall. And a good job from Blue Saint. And Sten making his way through Chocolate Island 2 with just an incredible run. As I've said, it's absolutely just mesmerizing to see how some of these top runners have such a high level of consistency in their gameplay.
Yes, we got some very impressive runners coming into this category, or in this tournament, actually. And I'm excited to see how everyone is going to perform.
Absolutely. I've said it once and I've said it again. We will see a world record during this tournament. I have no doubt in my mind about that. All right, Sten doing a great room 1 of that chocolate secret. He's going to make his way down this vertical level.
Yeah, Sten taking that level really quickly.
And Blue Saint doing a great Chocolate Island 1. After that, Roy, I think he'll be just fine. Oh, goodness. Sten.
That was scary.
Do not give me a heart attack this late at night, man. Almost, he clipped one of those sandbar blocks, almost falling into the lava.
Really spooky. Talk about spooky. Blue Saint is flying in the chocolate ghost house here.
The
Really close
spookiest of all.
really close to the fishing boo here.
Ooh, good one. We've seen Blue Saint take some damage to that fishing area a few times. It's good to see he's not going to let that level take it from him again. He's got to go to the right because he kind of wall clipped into that wall beforehand. It wasn't going to allow him to damage cancel. Sten going through Windy. Everyone's kind of mixed on this castle. It used to be my least favorite. I believe it's my favorite now. This room too just looks so clean when you have a cape.
Yeah, it's really pinpointing. I love the way Mario flies around here right now.
Oh, Sten getting caught up on that lost block, almost losing cape, but an amazing save on his part. Good spin jump off that Sparky. He needs one more hit on Windy to get out of here.
It looks like Stan has no problem with Windy at all.
Yeah, Windy definitely helped him out on that one. It's always good to see good RNG. He is out of Windy's castle going towards the sunken ghost ship, where we're going to see if he can pull off any of these Boo Ring despawns. Blue Saint going through the secret in Chocolate Island. Good job getting through that, Chuck.
Yeah, those Chucks can be pretty annoying with their damn footballs.
Yeah, I feel by the end of these runs, I'll end up saying that every enemy is the worst. Alright, and Sten making his way through the sunken ghost ship. He's going to grab that cape. There's no need for it anymore. And there's a big chance if that second Boo Ring spawns, he will use that cape that he has to purposefully damage boost through it to continue on.
That way saving some time.
Absolutely. So if you see him take damage on a Boo Ring that happens to be there, it is purely intentional. Blue Saint making it out of there with a 2:25 on the game timer. So what we're looking for here are 2 Boo Rings near the end of the level. If Sten can manage the spawning perfectly, they can despawn. I didn't see any sort of attempt there, really. He's going to have to wait on that first Boo Ring, and I believe that means that second one will be there. So he's going to go ahead and take that damage, grab his extra cape, thread the needle through the boos, and make his way to everyone's favorite room. Well, Blue Saint
getting it.
Yeah, Blue Saint's Windy looks very good.
Stan is falling through the second room of Ghost Ship. Going to grab our favorite green shaped question
What's
mark.
the name of it?
Orb.
Orb. That's right. Making his way out of the sunken ghost ship as Blue Saint takes his final hit on Windy, making his way towards the sunken ghost ship. So Sten's got to deal with these Monty Moles. Oh, goodness. Right as I was about to bring up the jank hitboxes of Monty Moles, Sten runs straight through one. I'm sure he probably tried to spin it with his cape and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, those Moles hitboxes are so garbage.
Yeah, I feel anything without a normal, like, one tile size tends to be weird. He makes it out of there just fine. He doesn't even need a cape to get through that level easy peasy.
Stan actually bringing his block so he can get a power-up from the gold tape here, which is a nice little bit of knowledge there.
Absolutely. He's going to use that opportunity to grab a cape in the next level. It's not very far in.
Yes, and it looks like Stan knows some no-cape strategies for this room. Just look at him spinning around over all these platforms. Really, really impressive.
Leaving the first cape behind, he's going for this cape. Okay. Maybe it's just better so he can do that first room faster, keep them all on the same area he knows that they're going to be. So those bats and Koopas can make things go south real quick.
Looks like Blue Saint got 1 despawn. It's going to damage boost through this boo ring as well.
Absolutely good threading the needle between those last 2 boos.
As he is falling. And yeah, it's best to stay to the left side probably as much as possible because you don't load as many sprites in and don't have as much lag.
Oh, and Sten saying he took that damage because he just forgot which level it was. That definitely happens. I thought maybe he tried to spin it, but just spun after the damage had already happened.
And Blue Saint has got the orb. Yeah, and Stan finishes up on Valley of Bowser 2 here, going into the fortress with which has a lot of really scary crushers.
Yeah, I am not a fan of this fortress. We have seen... You know what? I'm gonna...
Oh, we should have said anything.
I was about to say I'm gonna save it, and of course I didn't. Of course I had to say something.
Alright, Stan jumped into the other crusher, trying to reset himself quickly, I believe. As Blue Saint seems to be traveling safely through the Monty Mole stage here. Also bringing the block to the gold tape too, to just get that extra item. So we got Stan bouncing off these fireballs here. Oh, and he took the hit from the Resnar fireball. Oh,
I didn't say a word for that attempt. I want to point out that I did not cause that one.
Oh, okay. So Stan is gonna start over again. He quickly reset himself and is going to be completing the castle.
Yeah, it's nice that he seems extremely comfortable being Small Mario. He's just sitting here maintaining piece speed, taking those long jumps, bouncing off those potobos. Those are some spooky strats we are seeing from Stin. I love watching small only or no cape.
Yeah, really impressive. So he's gonna try and attempt the Resnar fight again. Hopefully he doesn't get sniped by one of the fireballs.
Way better RNG. Yep, unfortunately just jumped on one of those rotating platforms while the fireball was still technically on the upper side. Blue Saint making his way through the bob.
And Stan goes into the back door of Bowser's Castle.
And he's going to take this fight small only.
Yeah, you think he's not going to take the gold tape?
Uh-oh.
Ah, he took it.
You know, it's better safe than sorry,
better
right?
Better safe than sorry, indeed.
We are in a race. You got to make sure that nothing bad is going to happen. Blue Saint's definitely making sure of that with that backup cape still in his pocket. He's going to fly through these crushers. Hopefully we don't see the same fate for him. He did a little slowdown while he was spinning those enemies, which is probably good because sometimes they can be a little jank. He wants to keep it safe. Oh, goodness.
Oh, dear.
Oh, he's got to survive. Can he do it?
Yes.
So he wasted it, not wasted, very wisely invested his iframes on those spikes so that he could grab that cape when those crushers came back up.
Yeah, I would suggest he just stroll safely through this part and continue on. As Stan is already pretty far into the buzzer fight.
Absolutely. He is going for ball skip right now. And for that, he's going to take that extra Mecha Koopa that he left over from supper, take it all the way to the end, and when Bowser reaches the right side, bop him on the head with it. That's going to keep Bowser from dropping the second ball towards him, keeping him out of danger, and skipping a whole cycle on that. Bowser goes straight to the Mecha Koopas. And Sten is going into third phase and final phase of Bowser.
Yes, as Blue Saint is moving through the dark room right now, he's going quite swiftly and entering the door as we speak.
Absolutely. And you guys fortunately get to see capeless Bowser and a cape Bowser. Sten getting that bounce skip on Bowser. He's only going to bounce 5 times now as opposed to 8. Shaving off just the last little bit of seconds to shave off in the run, getting that final hit. So let's throw some GGs in the chat for Sten. What a great run with a 35-28. Blue Saint also in the Bowser fight, keeping that Mecha Koopa for the ball skip coming up.
Yeah, it's very nice. GG's for Sten.
It says a lot when you can have a Vob fort like that and still finish with a sub 35-30 time. I gotta say, those no cape strats are some of the most impressive stuff to watch.
Really awesome indeed.
All right, Blue Saint going for his ball skip. Notice he likes to keep his Mecha Koopa a little further to the right. It's interesting. I like seeing different players' styles. That's a decent ball skip. He will definitely not get that second ball coming at him. Very nice hit. And Blue Saint will be going into the third and final phase of the third match of 6. We have 3 more races to go tonight.
I think the fastest run was a 32:54 in this qualifier.
Has there been a 54 already?
I think Maiba got like a match on his PB.
Oh, yes. I believe the SRL time for that was a 34:57.
All right.
We'll have to check on that. Or a 32:57. I don't know why I said 34.
As we are going to get set up for the next round of today's No Star World Qualifier races, we are moving into round 4.
4.
And me, myself, I'm going to get set up to join the racing here, so that's probably where I'm going to leave commentary for these coming 2 rounds. I might be back after if there's still room. And I'm going to try to attempt to do some qualifiers myself, so thank y'all for having me these last rounds, and good luck to Carrick with the upcoming commentary.
Yeah, I appreciate having you around, Sonic. It's always fun to do comms with you. I'm excited to see you race now.
Yes, so let me get my stream set up so I can get on the restream as well.
All right, you can get to work.
All right, for sure. I'll see you
Later,
in a
buddy.
minute. Bye-bye.
And Sonic will be going for his 3rd qualifier match. He has finished 2 so far, I believe. Yes, he has finished 2 with a 44-19 and a 45-29. All right, and they're going to be getting this race set up that we should be starting at about 5:30 Eastern, in just about 5 minutes.